Can't believe we're paying to see something we get on TV for free. If you ask me, everybody in this theater is a giant sucker. Especially you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In this podcast, you will hear Knights of Vader. Knights of Vader includes, but is not limited to, talk of Star Wars, not ray guns. We can't truly prepare you for the junk that follows this song, but hey, we gave it a try. So here's the Knights of Vader. Crystal Fox report, they are divided. Prequel, sequel, hate and love, they fight. I know that we are just musicians hired, and their time is up. So here's the Knights of Vader.
Impressive. Most impressive.
A big thank you to An Inspiriority Complex for providing our theme song. It is May 24th, 2026. My name is Zach Weber, and joining me is Brother Hut, Joe Yazzo.
May the 24th be with you.
May the 24th be with you. And we have Russ.
Hello, and don't worry about me. This is the last show of my contract under Zack. I'm a free agent after this.
Russ is free to die. Oh, I was just like, the amount of times I laughed at the dialogue in this in the most dumb way possible. Like, it's like, Rhoda, the hut is free. Like, long, drawn out, dramatic pause. To die. And like, and I love this, like, his face just kind of sinks. Like, it's like, huh? And then it's just, and they let all the weird little ghouls and the chessboard pieces out of their cages. And it's just like, oh, it's great. It's like, it's delicious schlock. I love it so much.
If you haven't figured it out, of course, we are talking about the new feature-length film, The Mandalorian and Grogu, in theaters coming out this weekend and we have all seen it. And yes, boy, coming fresh off of it. I saw it this morning. Joe, when did you see this film?
I saw this yesterday morning.
Did anyone see it opening night? Were you there opening night, Zach?
Oh yeah, man. I saw should I say my favorite phrase? I'm a broken person and can't resist. I saw it back to back Thursday. I went 3:45, walked out of the theater, did the U-turn, and went right back in at 7 p.m.
Wow, if that was the case, I'd probably be getting out of it again right now. And the other host, Zenger, couldn't make it, and Chris Porteous, I believe, is currently in the theater seeing this as we record. We're hoping to get some kind of guerrilla-style response from him, or like a fresh from the theater call-in. So
live commentary. Well, he's going to join the call, and we're just going to have him reacting to the last 20 minutes of the movie.
I don't know if I'd want to be recorded with that information in my head. So yeah, boy, so much about this. I don't know. I just right from the beginning. I mean, I guess we all saw the trailers, of course. I guess we kind of, the whole opening sequence just felt like, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember the trailer. I know what's going to happen here. But I had one fun moment before walking in the theater where I said, you know what, you say what you will about this movie in particular. We're probably going to say a lot, but I'll give it to Star Wars for like bringing people together and getting people like in force to go do something. Like, I was able to take pretty much my whole family to this, and I'm here with you guys tonight, so bringing people together. But as we're walking up to the theater, my youngest son, who's 13, looks at me and goes, you know, when you said you got tickets, he's like, I didn't even know this was a movie. I had no idea there was a Star Wars movie out. So I don't know if they're advertising who it's reaching or not, but he walked in completely clueless that this was even a film, much less what it was about.
That's one thing, is that, like, obviously the algorithm is targeting me, but I mean, there was no shortage of, just between like YouTube, social media, it was like Burger King. Like, we got Burger King toys, we got Burger King cups. Like, we are truly back to what OG Star Wars is. Fast food tie-ins.
Have you been chasing anything? I know I've gotten 3 of the figures from my wife. The little, the Burger King figures are like the little, bounty holograms, which appear 0 times in this movie. There's no bounties or holograms involved at all, like, except of a nice throwback reminder, member berry almost image of Rhoda the Hutt that we get to see early on as a kind of a gag.
Yeah. No, oh god, the Road of the Hut little thing. It's like we have a very old picture of him, and it's a 3D like model of him from the 2008 Clone Wars movie. Because it's funny, before the movie came out, there were rumors that like, oh, we may get a Clone Wars flashback, and I'm just like, oh dear God, please,
How
yes.
is that going to work?
Please,
Yeah,
yes.
please do it. But they don't. They did it like that. But I'll say it got my middle son, who didn't know what was going on. He was like, that was pretty good when they were like, yeah, we got an old picture of him. And then you see him and he's jacked. I'm like, well, I mean, anybody who saw the trailer knew what it was, I guess, because we're a little deeper in. But this was definitely, I don't know about y'all, like how y'all feel, but it really felt like a movie that wasn't like made for Mandalorian fans. It was maybe kind of just made for everybody in general, because you didn't really need to know anything to watch this movie at all. Like you did not need all the lore of Mandalorian, because there was none of that really.
No. Well, the only lore. Well, it's weird because like they do mention like they take his helmet off and they're like, you will be seen as outcast because you have shown your face to us, and it's like, oh boy, here it goes again.
I thought we got over that already. Like they were cool with it.
Well, you have that, and then he goes back to Navarro where he has his little cottage, and the Boo Starfighter is there with him. That's another like. I don't want to call it again. It's part of continuity. Like they are respecting that. It's not just simply a blank slate type of movie, like where you watch like the Rugrats movie and like everything is just kind of like table set. Just I guess this thing is just happening. It's not like that. But I will say my favorite piece of Mandalorian continuity from the show. I love that he does the thing for a third time now, where he has Road of the Hut by like with like the axe to the neck, and it's just like in the crowd cheering, kill him, and he goes, I yield. It's the third time now that he has some sort of like he's in some sort of contest, and he's just like, nope, and he just like he
take
does
all
that.
my weapons, take everything. Yeah, it's his go-to.
Like, I love the fact that he is, like, narratively speaking, so overpowered that they have to have him win every single fight in their get out of jail free cards for him to go, I yield.
He wins. I told him he wins. He gets whatever prize. Look, I'm just helping him.
Oh my God. That's the sort of schlock I love about Star Wars. It's just none of it matters, and we shouldn't take any of it seriously. And I love it when the film wears that sort of, idea about itself on its sleeve. That it tickles me to no end. But Joe, what were your thoughts walking out of it? You told us in the group chat that it fundamentally altered your life.
Well, it was like a Mandalorian season compressed with all of the good parts that we've been talking about over the past couple of years, where there's no like extraneous dialogue in this. It's just cut and chase right to the action. That's what everybody wants to see. People want to see starfighters. People want to see fights. People want to see, the only thing absent from this was a lightsaber. But I thought it was a great movie. I liked Sigourney Weaver in it. I thought she was perfect to be, in charge of the rebels. There was no nonsense, heart of gold type leader. Like, you get to keep the shuttle. Now you have to do something for us. Stuff like that. But
I'll do two things for you.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Oh, you are even nicer than I.
You yield? Why, thank you. I will yield too.
A more civilized age, I guess. It's back.
But the one thing that I would have to say that really took me at the edge of my seat, and I was like, am I really hearing this Hut just have like these life lessons that he's trying to teach Mando and Grogu? It's like, little guy really likes you. It almost felt like Bob from Bob's Burgers. And he was just like a very matter-of-fact Hut who was jacked. He's got the green muscle milk that he's been drinking, And that's why it's bro to Hut, bro. I was waiting for him to say that.
It took me a while to kind of adjust to him speaking English. And I know that's, everyone's favorite guy from the Chef Show and Shameless. That's Lip, of course, who played Jabba the Hutt. I mean, Road of the Hut, but yeah, living in his father's shadow. But I mean, if you were told like little me who wouldn't know what Jabba the Hutt was, yeah, one day his son's gonna like speak English and he's gonna be like almost like a Pixar character and he's gonna be Jack, but he can still get his ass beat by a normal guy. You're gonna love it.
And I like at the end when Zeb goes, I think I have a shirt that might fit him. That was pretty good at the end of the movie. You know, I think we're going to hang around. But I thought if you were going to bring Rhoda the Hutt in, I think that would have been better served on like a Book of Boba Fett season 2.
Okay.
Where he would be perfect to have like that campy type like end of story thing where he's getting like gelato with the rest of the crew. I think he would fit in perfectly there.
Yeah, they did more with him than I thought. I'll be honest. Like, if we could talk about Rhoda the Hutt, I thought like there's gonna be an arena thing. I didn't realize that the whole movie was this arc of Rhoda the Hutt overcoming all this stuff. That was mainly the I don't know. There was no MacGuffin or anything. It was just like get Rhoda and do this thing. And real quick, just while we're doing this, that I will say there was a moment, and we're going to talk about, of course, of when they went full Dejeric and played Dejeric, with all our favorite bounty hunters and Rhoda. My favorite scene in the whole movie, I'm reacting right now, when we got to see Baby Greedo himself and see the mom almost getting hit, and then the weirdest thing, we get to see what Rhoda Hutt jumps in a speeder, rips like the seats out, and it's like that. It's like Super Bombad Racing now, where there's like a Hutt flying around, and then Baby Yoda pulls Baby Greedo out of his little fob, and that thing goes fast. Like, how does the Baby Greedo's baby carriage go that fast to keep up with it?
It goes as fast as the jetpack.
It's become Super Bombad Racing. We've got a Hutt being chased by a Yoda with a Mando flying around, and Dejeric characters going on Godzilla like superhero movie type. There's trolley cars running around. What planet was that going on? Was that Nar Shaddaa?
No, new planet Shikari.
Okay.
We have Jon Favreau, Rio Durant cousin, Hugo Durant.
Oh, Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese as the four-armed alien related to Jon Favreau.
That's all I got to say for that. That was his character. I think I wrote down Martin Scorsese was pretty good. He was pretty good. It was pretty good. When you see, this is one of a few movies, Star Wars movies, where I see why Lucas didn't want to put the opening credits with the names in there. I don't want to be looking for these people. You go to a movie and you see Martin Scorsese come up in the actor names of a Star Wars movie and going, all right, when's Martin Scorsese going to show up? And stupidly, of course, when we see him, I had my wife go, that's Martin Scorsese. She's like, okay, I don't care.
I would kill to see the behind the scenes with mocap with him, where he's sitting in there and he's just like,
And they actually put the little dots on like Marty's, like on his really bushy eyebrows. They put little dots just on them.
Just individual little bushy eyebrows. I mean, he looked great. Was he a different Durant?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the same family. I know Jon Favreau in interviews has mentioned that, like, oh no, they're related and like they have the same last name.
I did not put that together, and I completely forgot that Rio Durant was Han Solo's buddy. Like, I just remembered him. I mean, he's been forgotten.
Be great. He's making like big whiskey, like the weird Philly cheesesteak on like the sandwich press. And it's just like, I remember that time my cousin was on a train ride and he got shot trying to steal a train car. It's like, but Joe, I have to ask, what do you think of when Mandalorian goes to the bar to see Janu, and we find out just for one scene that the entire black market of this world is salt? And he keeps trying to he is a salt. Lord Janu is a crime lord, but also a salt pusher. Take my salt, please. No, thank you.
God. No, sir. And when he throws it in the guy's drink.
And the guy looks at it as if he doesn't know what it is. That's
exactly.
The best part.
It's like this giant thing of salt, and he just and it fizzes, and he's just like.
I was waiting for him to pull it out, like, oh my God, I'm rich, and just run away with it. But he was like,
start trying it off. He's like,
licking it. Oh God, it's salty.
Oh God.
It's like we're known for our salt.
It's rationed by the politicians.
Yeah.
Saltier than Crate subreddit. They're gonna love this. It's gonna be their new mascot, I'm sure.
What we do is we get a ship, we go to Crate, bring it back to Shikari, and ruin the economy overnight. Flood the market with salt.
Getting a little too close to Dune. They're gonna be a crossover soon.
It's so funny. My girlfriend was asking. She's just like, "Wait, is that the thing from like the Book of Boba Fett?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? There's a lot that happens in the Book of Boba Fett." And she's just like, "Yeah, the thing that like on the train was filled with like, what was that?" I'm like, "That's spice." And she's like, "This wasn't spice." I'm like, "No, apparently salt's just the currency of this world." Like inexplicably. And I'm like, "I'll go with it because why not? Why not?"
You have to have something. You have to have some vice.
Can we imagine the Phantom Menace, but instead of Watto needing real credits, he just needed salt. He tells Qui-Gon, "I'll sell you the boy for 4 pounds of salt."
We have an old base in Crate. It's 2 seconds. I'll get you. This is stupid. Let's just.
Obi-Wan, call Uber Eats. See if we can get a delivery from the planet of Crate.
Oh man.
Oh geez. Like I said, that's the thing about this movie is that like there's a lot of like, as I call it, the anger hard on towards Star Wars is still there. It's not to the same extent that like Rise of Skywalker had going around it, but like the amount of people who are like God grinding their axe over this. And I don't know how you could like, is the movie dumb at times? Absolutely. Is it like, oh God, like cardboard level of flimsy when it comes to like major story beats? Yes. But I can't imagine being mad at this movie. I get being mad at The Last Jedi. I can't imagine like being a sourpuss over this of all Star Wars content.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you want more, like if you want the more epic, drawn out things, that could be the only real gripe. It doesn't do anything stupidly offensive. It doesn't, I mean, I'll say I'm not the biggest Zeb fan. Like I kind of going into this, I try to stay very spoiler free, but it's hard if you're walking around Target and you want to look at the figures they got out and you go, oh, okay, you got Mando stuff. What do they have? Okay, there's Mando, there's Grogu, there's Zeb. A bunch more Zebs. I'll go to Burger King. This cup's got Zeb. I'm like, why? All right, well, who else? Where there's gonna be some, cool bad guy here, and there's gonna be some kind of weird. No, it's Mando and Zeb, and that's kind of it. There's like nobody. Where's all his friends? Like all his friends were gone from this. I know losing Grief Karga is a huge loss, I think, for the Mando world. I know the guy had a great arc where he kind of went off a hero and all that. But somebody like that is kind of missing. It's hard to have that like fun with these guys. Like, I don't know. Zeb is too CG. I didn't like his mouth.
Yeah, that's his. I know in the beginning where him, Mando, and Big Whiskey are like walking to the canteen on Adelphi, and you see them like walking, and the credit music is swelling, and this like the weird goat hoof walk, like that. That's a little off-putting. It was better once they were on the beach planet and they're trying to get Commander Coin, and you see him like running to like the speeder and he's like shooting the stormtroopers out the back seat. That reminded me of Rebels, where I'm like, okay, like again, I guess at that point, like it's just basically animatics with well done CGI painted on top. But no, like when Zeb is in his action sequences, he looked great. When, like you said, he was just kind of walking or standing there.
Long smiles.
A little wonky.
When he said that he had to give this big goofy grin, and you're like, all right, come on, Zeb, go run around with your staff. Like those were cool. Like the action scenes were cool. You kind of forget that, he is based off the early, he's like supposed to be the early sketches of Chewbacca, basically.
Old
Macquarie ones. Yeah, so he's kind of like a normal guy of that. But yeah, I do miss Mando friends. I know we can't have Cara Dune can't be involved, and why not? Back. That could the armor. Like, how couldn't none of the Mandos, the armor, none of that? I guess we're supposed to remember that he's far away. He's just retired, even though he's just a full-time good guy, just straight on all good guy. Even though he's literally working for the Hutts, going, I'm not working for the Hutts. I'm the good guys. Like, no, you're working for the Hutt. So okay, I am. That was like the only kind of real kind of conflict that I thought that he had within it. That one moment he got called out and he just kind of hand waved it away. Like, no, I'm still good.
Well, he does. Well, that's what he does too, because he's like you said, he mentions like everyone's like, oh, like you're working for the Hutts. He's like, nope, I'm working for the New Republic. And then at the end of the movie, like after they blew up the Nel Hutta base, Sigourney Weaver's like, oh, you're one of us now. And he's like, I'm an independent contractor, actually. It's just like, and even she's just like, sure, Mando. And this like last scene of the movie almost.
Yeah, that was weird. That was the end of it too. Where like, sure you are, Mando. I'm here, and I'm gonna go hang out with Cowboy Filoni. Now, okay, because speaking of Cowboy Mans, of course, he had his 2 or 3 little scenes where he had to insert himself. With. I cringed. I'll be honest. The first time they showed him, I was like, oh god. And then when I was like, when all the guys were in the fighters, I was like, please don't show him. Please don't show him. And he's like, you got her right down there. I'm like, okay, there he is again. My question is about the villain, the bounty hunter. I don't think they ever said the name of the character. Is that supposed to be a fixed Cad Bane?
No, that's Embo. Embo from the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay. All right. Another Hat Man, right?
Another Hat Man, correct.
The other Hat villain. Cad Bane, and he's the other guy. Embo. Okay.
Embo was, but the thing is, like in the Clone Wars, Embo really didn't do much, like in the sense of like he didn't have any dialogue. His dialogue is like Bane level, where it's just like it's muffled, it's gargled, but he has a hat, and he does a lot of cool acrobatic things. Like he's a definition of like he's a toy. Like he is there to just look cool in the background, and like even in the Clone Wars, he really. He was like a tertiary character at best because he was always working with anytime you had a bounty hunter episode of Clone Wars, he was there. I'm pretty sure he's like in the little kid Boba Fett episode. The one where Obi-Wan impersonates like a bounty hunter and there's like this weird sort of like contest to like assassinate Palpatine. He's also there for that. Like he is like one step above like a background. He's like one step above like one of the goons at Jabba's palace. That's it. And this is like a weird sort of elevation, but like
it's like Bosk and Gengar.
It's more
Dengar.
I would say this is.
I was thinking of Django's girl. What was her name again?
Zam Wessel.
Zam Wessel. Yeah, he's Zam Wessel level.
Yeah, Zam Wessel level. Yep. I think calling him Bosk is too much.
He escapes though at the end, which means that could be the next season's big baddie.
Wait, he didn't die?
No.
He escaped the same way as the Mandalorian escaped. Mando.
Yeah. Him and his dog. It's a different dog because apparently in Clone Wars the dog's name is Marok, and this dog's name is something different. Because in the Aftermath trilogy books, like they meant he's in one of the interludes from one of the books from like 10 years ago, where like he talks about like he's like one of the interludes and his dog died. And they did give him a new dog. Oh yeah, no, like Embo, I forgot about that. It just came to me. Like, yeah, Embo's been around. He's never really gotten any sort of spotlight. Like, it's funny, even toy-wise, they only made one toy of Embo, and it was like in 2011, like pre-Disney. Like, he is really like the definition of, again, one step above like a rubber Muppet, like in the cantina.
He's like that bird that kept messing with Grogu in this movie, but like
that bird there's a lot of animal killing in this. Like the bird gets like blown up. They're like one of the little like rats in the sewer gets shot at by an X-wing. Like there's a lot of like critter murder in this.
Okay, hold on. So that scene, I immediately thought they really wanted to like real and like on the big screen put what it looked like shooting womp rats with your T16 or whatever back in
that's what I thought
Gulch or whatever. That's immediately what I thought. Like that's pretty blatant. I guess y'all caught R2D2, our old buddy in the very beginning of the movie. He's being pulled out of an X-wing. It's definitely got to be straight up R2D2, and R5 crosses the screen right around the same time. But I'm pretty sure that they straight up put R2D2 in it just to be like, another movie with R2D2 in it. He's being pulled out of the back of an X-wing in the very beginning. I did catch that.
I'd have to see that again.
You saw it twice. No, I'm kidding.
I know, right? See, Russ, you only saw it once and you're catching details I didn't see.
Yeah, I got a bunch of weird stuff written down. I got one note I wrote said, my son said Space Japan. to me in the theater. When they're on that new plane right before they go, he's like, it's like Space Japan. I was like, very good. It's called Blade Runner, but that's called Space Japan. Also, it's also called Blade Runner. Another thing. Wait, what is this? I have a note here that said it says way too laid back. I do feel like all the characters, especially talking with Sigourney Weaver and Mando, man, these were some of the most relaxing conversations you can ever see in a movie. It's like, hey, Mando, you're gonna go do this thing. Perhaps I shall. And, it's like it's very like, and also Hutts should have monsters, not droids. I don't know. What do you think about that? I know, of course, Filoni loves keep the Clone War things going on, but the repurposed battle droids were Hutts like primary army.
That is actually so. When I was watching the movie the first time, and they fly to Nel Hutta at the beginning of the film, like Zeb goes, "Oh, the Hutts hired the droid Gatra," and I'm like,
I heard that, and I didn't catch that, but what that meant.
I went, what? Like, I just mentally, like, I'm just like, what does that mean? And then through the internet, the droid Gatra is a thing from the novels and the comics. What they are like this criminal organization after the end of the Clone Wars, like kind of coalesced, and they have their own crime syndicate. Like, apparently they were created for, again, I have to really vet this more, but like apparently created for Star Wars 1313, the canceled video game, got ported over to the novel Tarkin like in 2014, and then they were in the Dr. Aphra comics. And that's the whole thing where like the droid Gatra is this, not EU, it's not the EU, but it is the definition of something from the books and the comics that got brought into the big screen. So it is canon. Like, it is something that's pre-established that was obscure, to the point where even I wasn't even aware of it. Like, I'm like, what is this? And I looked into it, and it's been it's not a major thing in the comics, but it is something that has reoccurred. And they are basically mercenaries.
Yeah, they have animal skins on them. I'm hoping they're mercenary droids. They're working for Hutts. I love my Hutt monsters, and so seeing just droids working for them, that's a little different vibe. I think, and the other thing I wanted to point out about the Hutts is, I guess, if this was like the Kivecast or something, if they were talking about vintage winners and losers of this, I'd say one of the vintage winners of this movie was a man.
Oh yeah.
So another rubber Muppet. A man is now the Amani. I thought a man was like a guy who hung out. He had a staff with skulls on it. He hung out in Jabba's palace. I thought he was a guy. I didn't know he was just a straight up like pond monsters that were just like these most terrifying things. Of course, as soon as you see him, you're like, oh my God, it's actually a man. It's like, again, we know Mandalorian do the show itself to do this from the beginning. It's the taking the old vintage toys and playing them around and putting them on screen and do stuff. I was not expecting to see a man's going off like that. They were kind of cool, but at the same time confusing. Because like I said, I thought he was a guy who could talk or something.
No, but even that though, they are the like weird, like softening up of like the victims in the snake dragon pit. Like, they're there to soften up the target so the snake dragon can just eat whatever is thrown in there. I thought that was cool. And even like I said, like the 5 minutes where Pedro Pascal his face is shown, and then like I love how the twins just throw the helmet. They're like, you have entertained us. Now you can have the helmet back, and they throw it into the pit, and it just conveniently lands, perfectly perched in this little like nook, and it's just like, okay.
So yeah, speaking of his helmet, we were talking before we did this about what specific theaters we saw this in. My local theater is owned by something called Santikos, and we were supposed to have Mando helmet cups, and I have a buddy who got 2 of them. He went opening night. There were no Mando head $30 Mando head big old cups to be seen, but seeing the helmet being thrown around like that, I was like, oh man, if I had that cup in my hand, it would have been pretty sweet right now. I'll ask you, Joe, what kind of theater do you have? Like an AMC? What did you see it in?
I saw it in a Regal.
A Regal. Were there any cool stuff being sold at the theater?
They had a couple things where I think you could take the helmet off Mando, and you could put your drink in it, and his back opened up where Grogu was hanging out. You could put your popcorn. And that was about it.
That's cool. Well, it was like a whole like a lap accoutrement or something, like a souvenir.
You could sit there, put your nachos in it, or you put your popcorn in it. It was like it was a snack holder.
Man, I wish I had that right now. No, I didn't have it. How about you, Zach? You went to AMC?
Well, Joe's gonna laugh because I was worried that the AMC would not have or refuse to sell me the AT-AT popcorn bucket when I went. So I drove to the Galleria, Joe, got the popcorn. I walk in at like 12:30. I'm like, I'm like, do you have the AT-AT popcorn bucket? And they're like, oh yeah. So girl gets it. Well, I should say there was a store. Oh, okay. Before we get to that. So as I'm waiting to get my AT-AT Walker popcorn bucket there, keep in mind, this is like 12:30. There's a man at the concession stand, maybe late 60s, early 70s. And he's asking the girl behind the concession stand if she's 20, she's old. And he's just like, so what's the deal with Baby Yoda? And this poor girl is just like, like does not know how to answer. And she's just like, well, I've never really seen any Star Wars movie. Like, well, actually, I saw one. My boyfriend showed me the third one. And I'm just like,
which third one? It's three of them.
Exactly. I'm just like, I'm like, okay, which third one? And like, I'm just like biting my tongue, not trying to butt into this conversation. So like, again, they're going back and forth for like a few seconds. And then he's just like, so he says it again. He goes, what's the deal with Baby Yoda? And she's like, I think this is like Yoda when he was a baby. Like it's the definition of just disassembling a question and putting it together with a period. And I'm just like, oh, what an answer. And so like the guy walks away, and like I go up to her and I'm just like, you have no idea the level of restraint I just showed. And she's like, again, just the blankest stare. But no, I get my popcorn, my AT-AT Walker popcorn bucket. I walk back to the car holding it and a bucket of popcorn, because after spending $70 for this thing, like I'm damn well getting some popcorn out of it. And I bring it back to the car, and the two little nose cannons are broken off. Like they're not even there. They're just completely just snapped. I'm like,
it's accurate to a vintage AT-AT. You know, that's a big thing. The chin guns. That's the bane of its existence.
See that's called faithfulness right there. And so I walk all the way back into the theater, like cradling this thing between its packaging and just the wrapper and all that. And of course, there's like 8 people in front of me now. And I'm just like, God damn it. And Joe, I'm not kidding you.
You gotta hold your thing. You should just held it like a dog, put a leash on it. It will look more normal.
There's no way to hold this thing more normal, Russ. A grown man walking around with that Walker popcorn bucket. Yeah, stroking it. And so I won't kid you. Every single person in front of me bought one of these.
Whoa.
And it's not even like the movie was showing. Like, I mean, the first showing was like maybe 3 or 4, and this is like 12:45.
That's
every single
insane.
person.
And they were $80, huh?
Yeah, I think like 75 or 80.
Popcorn, do they?
No, but I will say the reason why I got it was because it's in Kenner scale with the 3 3/4 figures. Like
That's
it's like
crazy.
It's cheaper than if Hasbro ever makes something like this, they're going to charge $600 for this. You can go get a popcorn bucket version of it for $80. Like,
Yeah, that's nuts.
like that's the part I can't. But yes, every single person in front of me.
I remember back in the day, especially that we used to get the Power of the Force Star Wars stuff on clearance at KB Toys. And we were like selling AT-ATs for like $25. It was crazy.
See, luckily I got my middle son was at the perfect age to get him the Return of the Jedi one from 10 years ago or so for Christmas one year. So I still have that thing in pretty good shape here. That thing's pretty awesome, actually.
But how much popcorn can you put in it, Ross?
I could probably put more than that one you have from the theater. At least it's got the big open part of it and everything. It shoots speeders out of its back. It's great.
It's great.
Yeah, that thing is awesome. It's really cool.
Oh,
chin guns are broken though because it got played with. I swear to God, there was the broken chin gun on it for sure.
But yeah, no. So when I went to the AMC had like an actual like popcorn bucket, like with like different graphic on it. They had Mando's helmet just as a bucket, like you just open it up like Frankenstein. They had that. That was cool. That was really shiny. Like you could see that like anywhere you were near concessions, like that thing just radiated or reflected light off of it like crazy. Yeah, your typical stuff. Like they also had the AT-AT popcorn bucket, but like I think that all sold out like Thursday night. Like that was, I think that was that and the helmet were the thing that I saw everybody walking around with.
Yeah, and they had nothing for us. I was a little let down, man. I was like,
yeah, I didn't see you said what, Russ? It was a cup. It was his helmet as a cup.
It's a cup. Yeah, I was trying to find a little cello head, but it's just a giant silver Mando head with a straw sticking out the top. It looked great.
I did not at either Regal or AMC. I did not see that. I saw the thing Joe was talking about, like where like you could put like the stuff into his back. I did see that.
It's hard to tell these days too when you see these that when before something comes out if it's AI or not. Like I know I've seen things of then because of that new scary movies coming out with it's like a bong popcorn bucket, but the image looks so AI. I'm like, I don't think this is real. Like, no, there's like butter in the car. I'm like, this is not. It's gonna be plastic. You shouldn't smoke out of this thing. It's just not safe for anyone.
BPA
free. Oh, geez. But okay, so I have to ask, what did everybody think of speaking of AT-AT Walker popcorn buckets? The first 10 minutes on the snow planet, like definition of an Indiana Jones movie level opening.
Yeah, I put down it was the snow part especially was full on Indiana Jones and also James Bond. It reminded me of a View to a Kill's opening when he's going down the snow slopes or whatever. But I don't know. I don't say what you want about Imperial Tech, man. That little two-legged chicken little man thing is not going down that hill the way that thing was going. I know that was very Indiana Jones, though. It was like being in a raft, floating down something, in the end of your mini adventure. It was a little much, but yeah, I guess, you're right. It was total Indiana Jones intro mixed with, I don't know, the Terminator or Clint Eastwood or something, the way he was going through all those guys.
And the ship that the guy escaped in was one of those forgotten Return of the Jedi toys from the
was that a mini rig?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It something was weirdly familiar about it. I was like, have we seen a Walker shoot out a ship?
It was like the top of a ATST. And it was just had like boosters on it, and that's what they sold back in.
Yeah, it was like a forest, not the Forest Ranger. It's a little more round, but it's something like that where it was like a little one with like Bosk was flying around. Like they always had like weird figures, piloting those mini rigs. Okay, and that's again familiarity they use in stuff like Rebels a lot, and where it's like where of course like the Imperial troop transport becomes like a huge thing, even though it was never seen on film. It was just some toy from back in the day, but that's cool. Okay.
I even want to know why he rode the little AT-RT down when he has a jetpack.
Yeah, it looked really dangerous. And like that's what I was saying. Like that thing didn't look like it was. I was ready for that thing to just tumble, but it was like, no, we're fine. We made it.
It's because the jetpack bar didn't get a chance to recharge yet.
The cooldown period, right? It's like a 60-second cooldown after flying around like that for a while.
Yeah, he's able to fly it into like the atmosphere. I will say, I love the fact that like the Imperial Warlord guy, like they put all the charges in the middle of the AT-AT Walker, and like in the big whiskey, just like tapping on the frantic tapping on the helmet, and it's just like I'm getting the shot. And he turns around just once again. It's just clang, 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 clang. Like that's the sort of stuff that like. Again, the big, like we haven't really talked about big whiskey at all in this discussion, but like that sort of stuff like for me is endearing. It's like numerous times through this movie I couldn't figure out, like again, he refers to big whiskey as like his apprentice, like his sidekick, and yet like he treats him like a pet. He tells him to heal on 2 separate occasions.
He tells him not to touch those buttons. He's been saying that since season 1. I'm like, dude,
don't touch the buttons.
that was one of the moments I was like, maybe this isn't for like the huge Mandalorian fans. This is for the people who've never seen these two interact, maybe. And he's like, all right, you don't touch any of this. He's like, you've already let him touch things. You've given him that ball. Like, we know, just like you guys are like in this ship together, as far as that kind of dynamic goes. But yeah, I looked forward to the moment when it was like, all right, oh, good. Is the Mando dead? Can we have some Grogu time? Like, okay. So I did enjoy the whole sequence with where not Road to the Hut, but he builds a hut, a little Yoda hut. We get to see how Yoda huts are born. They are not just something random that Yoda had. These are an evolutionary trait of the species where they were able to build little huts according to their size and what they need to fit in them. And that whole thing. So, there's this whole sequence with a strange Cajun alien man. I'll say definitely he was very Cajun alien and someone who lives in Cajun land. I say, yes, I know this guy that he stole fish from, who didn't really do much. He was just there for a minute. But yeah, the other little joke being that he was pulling Mando in and bonking his head on the little cave. That was the other kind of, comedic bit. And I don't know about you guys. I saw during the day today, there was a bunch of kids in the theater and they were kind of being talky and loud. This is one of the few movies where I'm like, that's fine. You're not bothering the movie at all. Kids can talk during this all they want. Actually, it's not that kind of movie. So what did you think? Oh, and because during that sequence, my wife was like, this is like the Ewok movies right here. When him and Babu Freak were getting in the adventures and stuff like that on their own, like, and they had their little time. She's like, this is all like the Ewok movies. I was like, you're right. It kind of is. It definitely had that vibe.
I will say that, like, okay, Russ, going back to your neighbor, the Gator Man with his rocking chair and his catfish that are on the fire. Do you know what Gator Man's Star Wars name is?
No, not at all.
Joe, do you have a guess?
No clue.
Gatori.
Oh, yes. Oh, man.
It literally is it's in the credits. Gatori.
That's perfect. That's like in the old spirit of stuff. Like, I don't know, what do we call this Gator Man? Gatora. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh. He has 3 eyes. What is he? I don't know. 3 E's. Get it?
No, that's a classic Lucas move. Like, we can't put 3 eyes because that's so much ink on the packaging. When you multiply that by 400,000, that we can save $45.
Kids will get the point. It's a Gator Man.
That's what I mean. It's like Lucas levels of thinking. Yeah, no, like the whole thing with on Nel Hutta, where like he has to go like and like protect the Mandalorian. No, like I said, that's like to me that was probably my favorite part of the movie because the movie actually slowed down. Like the movie started to breathe, and it didn't just be another action sequence or just cutting to something else or just like some weird like just oh god like dialogue that's just so like to the point it's almost jarring. Like there's some of the editing in this movie drove me nuts. Like we're back on Navarro. Mandalorian is like trying to oh my god like upgrade the new Razor Crest, and like the Babu Fricks show up on their little speeder, and like Big Whiskey wants to go help them work on the ship. And then we just cut to Road to the Hut. And he's just there eating like a bag of like Nilla wafers. And he's like, hey man, I'm sorry. These are in your kitchen. I'm like,
product placement 101.
Exactly.
Oh, you said it, Mr. S. It's like, be quiet, Roy. It's like, wait, I completely forgot that he was there. Like he then all of a sudden
didn't know he was there.
He's not only not resisting, he's best friends who've just been there. And he's this cool, chill guy.
That's what I mean, though. Like, we don't even like at that point in the movie, we're back on Navarro. We think we left Road to the Hut somewhere. Like, we don't know where he is.
Yeah, he could be violent. He's a monster.
Yeah, but he's apparently we brought him home with us. He's gone through our kitchen, and he's just like, he's got to grow up sometime, It's just like, what?
It's a life lesson.
Put a sock in it, Rhoda.
Don't tell me how to raise my pet. Put the shock collar back on.
Maybe take you to your aunt and uncle, all right? Bro, no, they want me dead, bro. Actually, no, they like me. I was like, he was confused. Mando, they are all confused about what was really supposed to happen. with them. I actually went because man, a lot of stuff in this movie was so dark though. Even like the lighter sequences. I don't know. Probably the brightest moment was, of course, they did the sun with the X-wings coming into it, which is a very cool shot in the beginning. But even like when they were lighting it up with the Baby Yoda scene, it was still like that kind of that green haze to a lot of stuff. It was hard to tell what was going on a lot. And I don't know, maybe these old eyes or can't adjust, but a lot of it was just very dark. The whole movie.
Oh yeah, like very the color palette on this is that weird hazy green.
Yeah,
a lot of greens in this movie. Even like the beginning with like in the Imperial Warlord, like what would you want to call it? Like a little office area. Like it's like for like a white, like there's very like little artificial light. It's all like that reflective quote snow light, like coming in. Very, very drab movie when it comes to color timing.
That reminded me of the same place that Krennic had in Andor, where like he had that base where, he had that meeting towards the very end of Andor when he finally shows up. But I guess you're supposed to realize that they were on the walkers at the time.
No, they weren't on the walkers.
That was
the base. Right,
because he just goes up his little chute, his little elevator chute, and I guess he ends up by the walkers. Is that what's supposed to happen there?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Like he went that way, and then he goes in. You don't. All right, and then we're fighting on walkers. All right, right after that, it's hard to tell.
I do love the fact that like back during like Empire Strikes Back, that like the rebels, like the entire rebel fleet could barely fight off 2 AT-AT walkers, and yet one Mandalorian with some grenades and like a blaster pistol is just able to wipe out 3 of them like nothing.
I do like that,
man.
It seems hard to find a new way to take these down. There've been in so many video games to do this, but it was pretty original, I guess, to just throw a bunch of grenades on its foot. And if one foot's gone and that's the one it happens to be stepping on, that thing is gone.
Yeah. And then like it's like he goes through the entire the cab of the second one, just picks off every single snowtrooper. They lock the door and it's like, he's breaching the hatch. He's breaching the hatch. And he pretty much just opens the hatch and throws a bunch of grenades in again. And it's like, well, apparently it's pretty simple to like, if only the rebels had a jetpack, if only Luke could
Luke took one down though. I'll give it to Luke. At least Luke was like, these things if I can get up there, maybe these guys aren't that tough, I would just take it down. Yeah. It seems like a lot to put into getting a little out of, and it was cool, I guess, watching that one slide down the mountain, but it just seemed, it was just so CG where he was like, there's nothing real actually going on here. Like, yeah, as cool as it is to see something like that, it wasn't like a model, it wasn't, I don't know. That seemed just very, very CG mucky, I think, sliding down the hill.
It felt very lightweight.
Yeah.
But speaking of effects, I'm not sure if either one of you noticed it, that at the end where he's like fighting into the twins like inner sanctum, and you have the 2 like sentry droids, the tall ones,
the big boys,
those were stop motion. Those were stop.
Yes, I did notice that.
Animated.
I could tell that.
CGI,
and that looked cool. That looked really good. That made it. It's like maybe they had to be like, we got to make it feel like something's here, like doing stuff. Maybe they took a little inspiration from going and wanting to make real life Dejarik with the creatures. Maybe some of that was stop motion. We're not even realizing it, but I definitely did that had you want to say it's something you've never seen in Star Wars, but it's something you've always seen, just like the modern equivalent of it. Like that they put the effort into making those 2. I say this as I'm looking over at my wife playing Fallout 76. These like Fallout level kind of big mech robot monster things that he has to fight. Those were cool, and he kind of had to take him down in a kind of methodical way.
Oh yeah, like I said, but even like you have like Big Whiskey like sneaks into the like inside one of them and starts just kind of like pulling wires and then the other one just has a bunch of grenades on his belt. Like it's one of those things where it's like you don't need an elaborate action sequence to have fun. Like it's 2 sentry droids that are, good God, like 3 times as tall as him. They're bulky, they're behemoths, but it's these, again, they look very weird, obviously by them being stop motion. Their entire movement is jerky. So there's something very unnatural about them. And like you were saying, Russ, compared to the walkers, they're very tactile. They're very, you can feel their weight as they move, as opposed to the walker that kind of just like at some point you could imagine if it were a video game, it was glitching and just start floating up toward like the sky.
It's like almost clear because it's dead, but it's floating down. You're like, so they can bring up.
The cloud comes by and brings it back up, puts it behind it.
Yeah, look, I'll take core line level effects over video game mess any day. So I did appreciate that, and I'm glad that you noticed that too. It kind of reminded me because like it's hard to actually just seeing it to be reminded of all the things. A lot of stuff goes on here. I did have initial thought because I didn't know who Emu is his name. Embo. I didn't know who Embo was when he was first introduced. The first name that came into my head, I went, oh, Constable Zubio. And then I went, no, it's not Constable Zubio. It can't be. He's more machine than Zubio at this point. He can't be.
I think they're the same race.
Oh, okay. But
Somebody
he was mostly
that.
Yeah, I did. Okay. And also, Embo's ship does not need to look like his dumb hat. So that's another thought. That was really bad. How are we going to know what ship Embo's in? Well, he's in the Embo hat. Of course. He's in the Constable Zuvio Express. Okay. Sure.
Like, can we imagine that? Like, this extrapolate that? Like, Darth Vader flies around in the ship that's the shape of Darth Vader's helmet. It's like, come on, everybody! It just like poetry. It rhymes.
There's a few that could pull it off, maybe, but not him. So,
but no, okay, but like going like the Babu Fricks, like there is like yes, the Babu Fricks were in the Mandalorian season 3, so they are not a. Oh, here he is.
Here, Babu Frick, you look like you have something to say, do you? Wait, what? Thank you, Babu Frick.
I think Babu needs new batteries, or he needs a refresher. Whoa, folks! Breaking news! Straight out of the latest showing of the Mandalorian and Big Whiskey, Chris is joining us from the swamps of Nel Hutta. Chris,
hey guys,
please. We're doing, Chris. We are on bated breath, waiting to hear your thoughts straight out of the field. We were hoping we could get live commentary.
Yeah, I haven't been listening to what you guys have been saying.
Good.
But I'm worried. I'm worried for all of us.
Pray tell.
We don't know.
I didn't think I'd ever say again that this is the new worst Star Wars movie ever by a wide margin. Isn't that amazing, guys? There was a mandate from on high that absolutely nothing interesting whatsoever may happen in this film. There are no actors in this film. It's like that new Predator movie. There's no human actors. No two humans ever talk to each other in this whole movie. The plot has no purpose whatsoever. Nothing of interest happens. No one dies. The whole point of the movie is that it's okay if the Mandalorian dies, but he doesn't die. But we'll probably never see him again anyway. I'm traumatized. It was horrible. It was a member berry fiesta. And not even good member berries, like a man and like mini rigs.
You caught the mini rigs. Good. So did Joe. I thought a man was a guy. Why is he a monster?
Well, if you would have followed the Dark Horse comics of the early 2000s, you would have known that they're an army of headhunting monstrosities. So it was like kind of accurate, but like I didn't want to go. I went because my friend wanted to go with all of his friends. So I went. And I think he could have spent this day better. I just don't even know what I just watched. Like the Book of Boba Fett in 2 episodes had more plot than this had. I don't know what's going on. Everyone should dissolve themselves of any illusion that Jon Favreau is an intelligent man or a director. I don't understand what happened. I'm confused, and I'm not upset because I already didn't want to go. But it shouldn't be this hard. I don't know what's wrong with everyone. I'm starting to wonder what reality is.
Yeah, there was nobody. Mando's got no friends. There's no actors in this movie.
Well, let's look.
It was all dark
Nick Nolte's
and
dead.
mushy.
Nick Nolte's dead. Carl Weathers is dead. IG-11 is dead. Cara Dune got beat up by Gina Carano. I know the opposite. What's her name? Ronda Rousey beat up Cara Dune. She's dead. Everybody's dead. No, all of Mando's friends are dead. Why is
Where's the armorer? Where's the armorer?
She's not dead, but she doesn't get to be in the movie because that'd be interesting.
All right, what about his gunslinging buddy?
Yeah,
Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan doesn't get to be in the movie for some
the
reason.
sheriff guy, the guy who had his Boba's armor.
Yeah, Cobb. Yeah, Timothy
Cobb
Olyphant.
Vance. Where's he?
He's sitting in a bathtub.
Still.
Yeah, I thought Ibu was Constable Zubio for a minute, Chris.
Might
You
as
think
well
that
have
was
been.
Constable Zubio fighting them?
Yeah, and also like, just why is and like when does this take place? Like, is the galaxy still under threat of Grand Admiral Thrawn? Like, does anybody care about that? Like, nothing's happening in this movie.
Look, we got a small group of older men and women in their late 60s who are doing their best to take care of the Republic, as far as we can tell. And we've got Hatman.
Yeah, like all the X-Wing pilots are old.
Really old. They're like codgers compared to me. I'm old.
Kim's
man.
Convenience
Chris,
got like 2 lines. I don't know.
Chris,
man.
what do you think of Sigourney Weaver?
All of her scenes were in the trailer, for one.
Chris,
Him with
what
the
do you think
whole
of
scene.
Chris, Road to the Hut.
His voice. How great.
Oh yeah, just talking English bad enough. Like it was really much like that Predator movie that just came out. Like it was like 2 human actors and some weird CGI main characters. It was bizarre. I like that movie better though. It's a little, it's kind of dramatic.
So I'll tell you something about my theater experience today. I was kind of just as bewildered as you were by the end of it too. I've been having fun talking with the guys about it tonight though, but everyone behind me in the theater, I could tell there was a good amount of kids in there. This was when the credits hit, I heard applause in the theater. People applauded, and I was like, maybe I should clap a little too, but I didn't really want to, but everyone else was.
I think Chris is puking in his mouth.
You better get that Mando head bucket or that AT-AT and find a place to puke in.
That AT-AT bucket is $80 in Canada. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it's the same
that's
here.
crazy.
Zach got 2.
I saw one of
Zach did not get
one of our party did buy one, and he had already seen the film, so I really don't understand. But,
Zach has the excuse he bought it 3 hours before the movie came out, and it's the scale.
I already have anxiety about all the people I'm going to have to argue with over the next week and a half.
What do you think about Martin Scorsese? How do you think of his performance as Diego Pavia or whatever his name is, cousin? Rico
Dude,
Luna.
Like 4th billing. That tells you how few
I
actors
know.
are in this movie. That character was like the 4th name.
Yes. And
After John Wayne's grandson.
And you could believe that they named characters before it, so you had to go, wait, I got to wait for Martin Scorsese to show up in this movie? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Rio Durant's cousin.
Uncle. Yeah, sure.
Uncle, sure.
Chris, what was your
sorry.
favorite part of the movie? You can't say the credits.
You know the one Dejaric monster that looks really soulless. It's like white and pasty and gangly, and it has like a face that looks like the Scream painting.
Yes.
Well, there's one part where that thing gets an axe thrown right at its face. That's probably my favorite part of the movie. Other than that,
was cool.
I don't have much to say. It was bizarre.
And I don't know why I forgot the word Dejaric when like it's a Dejaric match, and then later when it's happening, go, this is a chess match. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
The guy goes, "Wow." I'm like, oh yes, of course.
He did the thing. It's like he said the thing. It's like, oh my god, guys, come.
That's a line.
And
That's a callback now.
We also learned that Yoda's hut on Dagobah is an extended phenotype, much like a beaver dam. It's in their DNA to build that exact hut.
Yeah, I call that's an instinctual hut that is built by Yoda's species only. I'm glad you also point that.
They're inbred with the engineering experience.
And they're always to scale of however big your Yoda happens to be. So if he's a little bigger, he can fit a Luke and a kitchenette and stuff.
Yeah,
if he's little,
like, now we have to
barely
imagine
fit a Mando.
Exactly. We have to imagine Yoda at 900 years old up there, like patting the mud down on the roof like that.
Baby Yoda's hut, he had a little Star Wars lighting inside there. I had to realize it was a lamp, but there was the tubular lights were inside of his thing. I was like, wow, he put lighting in there? I'm like, where'd he get that lamp?
Where'd he get that from?
He had Star Wars lighting in his little hut. Okay, what are your thoughts on Zeb? Favorite character?
Where did he go?
Great Star Wars character.
Greatest. He's like, no comment.
He just goes away halfway through the movie. I got to get going. My presence is requested, but I'm sorry to be a downer. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun with it. But
no, and you came in perfectly. We were at like 59 minutes and 30 seconds. You came in swinging right at the end at the perfect time.
We were having a love fest, Chris, and you just rained on that parade. You said you're looking forward.
I would rather watch Solo on loop. That is all. Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Well, have a good night. I hope you find a convenient ship or gun that suits you very soon. It'll probably happen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, Chris.
Bye,
good
Chris.
night.
Good night. All right. That was perfect. That was a great way to wrap this up. I don't think we could even say any more. This was a great. It was really fun being back. I love talking to you, Joe. I love talking to you, Zach. Maybe we can let's do this again soon for sure. I'll throw it to you. Yeah. Oh wait, and I know I always play soundboard because I never play them. I had a new Darth Vader one. I've never played. You've never heard this. I'm just gonna be annoying and play this.
I want a guy to come and see me and to say that he wants to beat Darth Vader. I would tell him, use the Force.
Oh, Chris. Oh, it's gonna be fun, folks. It's gonna be a fun movie cycle. It's been a while since we've had one of these, but it's gonna be a fun movie cycle with Chris. All right, Joe. Anything else to say before we wrap this up? Because there'll be no shortage of further conversation on this.
Oh no, not at all. That's wow. I was trying to be a little bit more positive than I've been in the last couple of years, but
just in time.
You can't compete with that, Joe.
No, I can't compete with that, and that's why he's the Jedi Master right there. Wow.
All right,
he feels the same way I feel about the Book of Boba Fett. Oh man.
Oh no.
I feel bad for him. I understand where he's coming from.
We're not so different. We too. Y'all.
There's always two.
Two there are. More or less. One's a bigger fish. I don't know.
Oh boy.
So concludes this episode of the Knights of Vader podcast. Check out the Facebook group if you want to have more conversation and see Russ. Oh, whoa. Baby Greedo and Babu Frick. This is a PG rated podcast. If you want to interact with us, the Facebook group, type in Knights of Vader on the Facebook, and you will find us there waiting for you. If you want to tell Chris how much you love the Mandalorian and Big Whiskey, at Chris Porteous on Instagram. But when you are not sending Chris positive accolades for this film, Joe, what are you up to?
Oh man, I feel like sending him a box of puppies. He could just have him just find some sort of hope left. I felt really bad for him.
Make Ibu proud. Raise that dog.
I know, raise a dog like Ibu.
A really ineffectual dog who can't even eat a Babu Frick.
I know. All right. But that's Russ. All I got.
Yeah, I don't know. just follow Knights of Vader. I got nothing to plug. Thank
Yeah,
you for having me. It was a pleasure to be back. I would love to be back for more, of course. So,
Of
come on,
course.
Star Wars, give us some stuff to talk about.
Yes, Star Wars. Give us more things for Chris to pearl clutch over. Because it should be stated, because like we are recording this, the video of this, but for those listening in the audio form, he was legit pearl clutching. He was holding his chest while he was speaking the entire time, which was amazing to watch. It was great. This is gonna be fun. Like I look forward to the next 6 weeks of him and I just arguing over the merits of this movie.
No, but it was something I've never seen him react like that before. I've seen him be like negative about certain stuff, but it was always rational. Like there was some deep seated hate spewing out of his mouth.
Absolute
like,
KOV, as Martin Scorsese would say. This is best. This is so fun. We're back, baby. Okay.
Can we please get him to do the Martin? Well, we need to.
Did you guys stop recording?
No.
Did we summon you back? We were doing.
You can say goodbye if you want.
Did we summon you back?
It's like I take it all back.
Goodbye. Don't watch it if you haven't seen it.
Cut his mic. Just kidding. Raise his mic.
All right, folks. I got nothing. Listen to more Knights of Vader for nonsense like this.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Good night, but not goodbye. And as always, this is the way.